However, America, the world's most powerful nation on earth, is running out of energy. And the energy issue is going to become an even increasingly paramount issue. Energy policy affects everything from jobs in our economy to competitiveness to our balance of trade to our national security. And it is an issue that people understand because they're having to pay for electric bills or a natural gas bill, and they know what they're paying at the pump when they fill up their vehicles. Now, just recently, former Vice President Al Gore made a plaintiff. Get a slug of water. At any rate, he made a plaintive call to Congress just recently to put a price on carbon. That is just another tax increase, just as this call for a cap and trade scheme would be. Imposing Al Gore's or these cap and trade scams or taxes on Americans would apply to our country, but they would not apply to China, India, and other countries, which in effect would be unilateral economic disarmament. And there's never a good time to put another burden on the American people. But this is an especially terrible time to be putting a burden on American small business owners, American families, when everyone is struggling just to get by these days. Now later this year, ladies and gentlemen, patriots, obviously watch what Congress may do, and hopefully you all will have that grassroots effort and they'll not be putting added taxes on your energy. Because what happens with a carbon tax or a cap and trade tax is the cost of electricity goes up, the cost of fuel goes up, the cost of food goes up. That is hardly beneficial to anyone in our country. Now, later this year, there's going to be a United Nations Climate Change Conference in Denmark. And yes, it's a conference. It's not Denmark we mind. This conference, and we need to watch out because Americans cannot have our sovereignty, opportunity, or jobs sacrificed on the altar of blissful, arrogant, and manipulative schemes from these political gurus or these sanctimonious social engineers. Now, what Americans want is reliable, affordable, and clean American energy. And my friends, we do have that energy in our country. Yes. We have that energy under our land and under our water. We have that energy resources in our best asset, and that's the creativity of the American people. And what has been missing, though, is the political will to unleash that energy. Yeah. We don't think it's leadership to see the President of the United States bowing to Saudi royalty to please increase production. We're sick and tired of seeing $700 billion getting sent out of our country every year. And we're sick and tired of getting jerked around by these hostile dictators, cartels, and oligarchs. Americans want to take control of our destiny. Notwithstanding what some of these pompous elites say, Americans are not addicted to oil. Americans are addicted to freedom. We don't care if our vehicles run on Louisiana or Alaska oil, coal oil, peanut oil, nanotech enhanced batteries, lithium-ion batteries like your Tesla there, Rick. The point is, all we care about is it's reliable and it's affordable and it's available. And there are many positive, logical energy innovations that we can work on. Plug-in vehicles, batteries, hybrids for ground transportation. But we're going to have we already have a growing demand for electricity. And electricity that will be the least expensive really is beneficial to our country and Virginia. And that is coal. Coal from Virginia is abundant. It is relatively inexpensive, and it's American. And coal can be liquefied, it can be gasified, but for electricity we ought to be using American clean coal or advanced nuclear. And there's another choice. And there's another choice facing our country, and that is, do we want to be still being so beholden to the Middle East and Venezuela for oil? Of course not. And here in Virginia, for the last 5 years, we've been trying to get out from underneath this federal moratorium or prohibition for exploring off of our coast. Meanwhile, Castro and the People's Republic of China and Venezuela are drilling 50 miles off the coast of Florida. Now, Virginians want to get out from underneath this moratorium and explore. We would get royalties, billions of dollars that could be used for roads or keeping in-state tuition more affordable. And if Virginia were able to do that, it'd be great for our Commonwealth, it'd be great for our energy independence, and Virginia would be a model for other states. I guarantee you, if Virginia were doing this, getting those royalties in South Carolina, Georgia, and other states would say, hey, let's do that as well, and that'd be great for our country. Yeah. And here's the point. For a strengthened economy, for American jobs, for our American energy independence, and indeed for American energy freedom, what we need to be using is more American coal, more American nuclear, more American natural gas and oil, more American nanotech enhanced batteries, solar photovoltaics, everything, everything. Because, and the diversity of supply as well as some common sense, practical conservation. There is no single silver bullet. What we need, and Chuck Cunningham will understand this, we need silver buckshot. And that's what folks we need to take for energy security. So friends, let me just close with this. Every single concern, every issue that comes up, let's not just talk about our principles. Let's not just dream about the American dream. Let's start our creative, common sense, conservative engines. Because these engines, our creativity, the ideas that we'll come up with, will be outstanding ideas that will improve people's lives. Whether it's our economy, opportunities, and jobs, whether it's essential education reform, whether it's healthcare choices, where families and individuals make the decision rather than remote bureaucracies up in Washington, D.C., whether it is transportation initiatives, whether it's national security or American energy freedom, all the challenges we face, we need to create our common sense conservative engines. And when we do so, the people of Virginia, the people of America will naturally want to ride with us because we have the right ideas on where to lead our states and where to lead the nation, so that the American dream can be a real opportunity for more families to achieve. So I thank you for allowing me to be with you. Thank you for honoring Susan and me tonight. It is wonderful to be with you all. It just really warms our heart. If we try to put, I was telling Betsy Beamer, if we tried to put together a reunion, it'd never be as good as this. And thank you all. Susan, for the folks of y'all from Albemarle and Charlottesville, Susan's got a box of chocolates for your ride home. Oh, they're for Mom and Dad. Oh gosh, I thought it was... Oh well, Larry and Dottie, save a few for folks to nibble on. You're already eating them all. Somebody can have my cake there. I won't eat it. But thank you all. Because after all, we're all Virginians and we're all Americans for prosperity. And I am optimistic. As long as I'm breathing, I'm going to keep fighting for ideas, and I think all of you will as well. And the reason I'm so optimistic about the future is that I know that this group here inspires and motivates others as a grassroots effort. And you really are patriots, like patriots throughout the history of our country. I know that no matter the choice, no matter the challenge, that you will and you'll inspire others to always stand strong for freedom. Thank you all.